Welcome back to the Expensive Coins History channel, where we bring you the stories behind America's coins, the hidden gems in your pocket change, and the true value behind coins you may have thought were ordinary. Today, we are diving deep into the fascinating world of the 2000p mint mark Washington quarter dollar. You may have seen this coin hundreds of times, but today, you'll discover what makes it a piece worth paying attention to in 2025. From its historical background to its current market value, era varieties, and investment potential, this is everything you need to know about the 2000p Washington quarter. The year 2000 marked a pivotal moment in the history of American coinage. It was the third year of the ambitious 50-state quarters program, an initiative launched by the United States Mint to honor each of the 50 U.S. states with unique reverse designs. Each year from 1999 through 2008, 5 different state-themed quarters were released. The goal was not only to engage the public in numismatics but also to educate and promote American heritage. During the year 2000, 5 state quarters were issued: Massachusetts, Maryland, South Carolina, New Hampshire, and Virginia. These coins were produced at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. The Philadelphia Mint coins are distinguished by the small P mint mark located on the obverse of the coin, just to the right of George Washington's ponytail. The obverse of the coin still features the classic portrait of George Washington, originally designed by John Flanagan. However, the reverse of each coin in this series was custom designed to reflect the spirit and history of the state it represents. The introduction of these quarters sparked a nationwide collecting craze. People of all ages began checking their change, filling state quarter maps, and holding on to coins they believed could one day be worth more than face value. The 2000p Washington quarter. These coins are composed of a copper-nickel clad, consisting of an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel, bonded to a pure copper core. The coin weighs approximately 5.67 grams and has a diameter of 24.26 millimeters. The edge of the coin is reeded, giving it that familiar ridged texture. Despite being a circulating coin, many examples were struck with a surprising level of sharpness and detail, especially in the early months of production. The mintage numbers for the 2000p quarters are substantial. Each state had hundreds of millions of coins minted. For example, the 2000p South Carolina quarter had over 742 million struck, while the Massachusetts and Virginia coins also saw mintages well above 600 million each. This high production volume means that most 2000p quarters are quite common in circulated condition. At first glance, the 2000p quarters may not seem rare. After all, they were produced in large quantities and are still found in circulation today. However, the true rarity lies in condition, variety, and error types. Coins that have been heavily circulated typically have wear and loss of detail, which significantly reduces their numismatic value. But coins that have been preserved in uncirculated or mint state condition, especially those graded MS65 or higher, begin to attract more attention from collectors. The highest premiums are paid for coins that exhibit exceptional eye appeal, full original luster, and strong strike. In addition, certain error varieties have emerged among the 2000p quarters that have added a layer of intrigue to these coins. Some examples include off-center strikes, die cracks, double dies, and clipped planchets. While these are relatively rare, they do surface from time to time and can fetch considerable premiums, especially if the error is dramatic and well documented. Another factor that can add value is the coin's toning. Some 2000p quarters display attractive rainbow or gold-toned surfaces due to natural chemical reactions over time. These naturally toned coins are often more desirable to collectors and can sell for multiples of their standard value. In circulated condition, the majority of 2000p quarters are still worth their face value of 25 cents. These coins were made for general use, and unless they are in pristine condition or have an error, they remain common. However, in brilliant uncirculated condition, these coins can bring a higher price. Coins that have been carefully stored in rolls or mint sets and never entered circulation may sell for around $1 to $3 a piece depending on their condition and the state design. If the coin has been professionally graded and encapsulated by services such as PCGS or NGC, and it earns a high mint state grade like MS66 or MS67, its value can increase dramatically. High-grade certified examples can sell from $15 to $50, and in some rare cases, even more if the coin exhibits unique characteristics. Error coins, on the other hand, can command much higher premiums. A dramatic off-center strike, a major die break, or a well-documented double die could sell for anywhere from $50 to over $150 depending on its visibility and market demand. These coins are actively sought after by error collectors and specialists. Another niche but growing market is for toned coins. Naturally toned examples with vivid colors, strong eye appeal, and uncirculated surfaces may also sell for a premium of $20 or more, depending on the coin's overall look and originality. If you're collecting circulated examples, you're unlikely to see major financial returns. These coins are best enjoyed for their historical value and nostalgic appeal. However, if you are able to acquire high-grade mint state examples, particularly with error varieties or certified grades above MS66, then there is potential for appreciation over time. As the supply of pristine examples continues to dwindle and demand for high-quality state quarters increases, collectors may be willing to pay more in the future. Additionally, full sets of 50 state quarters in high-grade condition have become popular collector goals. Owning a full-year set of 2,000 quarters, all in MS66 or better, could be an appealing lot for resale or auction in the years to come. Focus on condition. Always choose the best condition you can afford. Look for coins with sharp details, full luster, and minimal marks. Check for errors. Closely examine coins for any unusual features such as doubling, off-center strikes, or planchet issues. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Consider certification. Coins graded by reputable services not only preserve the coin but also increase buyer confidence and potential resale value. Buy from reputable sources. Avoid buying coins with exaggerated claims. Stick to trusted dealers, auctions, and reputable online platforms. Store properly. Protect your coins from humidity, dust, and handling by using proper holders and storage solutions. The 2000p Washington quarter might appear ordinary at first glance, but beneath its common surface lies a wealth of history, artistry, and collecting potential. While most are still worth just face value, some specimens, thanks to pristine condition, rare errors, or unique toning, can be worth much more. Whether you're a passionate numismatist, a curious collector, or someone just beginning your coin journey, the 2000p Washington quarter serves as a perfect example of how everyday items can carry extraordinary stories and potential hidden value. We take a closer look at a coin that might just be sitting in your change jar right now, the 1987 Washington quarter with no mint mark. At first glance, it seems like just another coin. But hidden within its design, its history, and its condition lies a surprising story of value, tradition, and evolving collector demand. We'll go deep. We'll explore the origins of this specific quarter, its minting process, the reason for the missing mint mark, its place in U.S. coinage history, what collectors look for, and ultimately, what it's really worth today, in 2025. Whether you're holding one in your hand or just here to learn, you're in the right place. To truly understand the 1987 Washington quarter with no mint mark, we need to go back in time. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by sculptor John Flanagan, the coin featured a profile portrait of the first U.S. president on the obverse, and an American eagle perched on a bundle of arrows, flanked by olive branches, on the reverse. This design remained virtually unchanged for decades. Fast forward to 1987. The United States Mint was producing coins at multiple facilities, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia Mint, which produced the bulk of general circulation coins, traditionally did not include a mint mark on quarters during this era. So when we say, "no mint mark" on the 1987 quarter, we're referring to coins produced in Philadelphia, not an error or omission. Unlike certain other coins with missing mint marks due to striking mistakes, the 1987 no mint mark quarter was intentional and standard for the Philadelphia Mint at the time. This detail is important to collectors, as it helps clarify that this is not an error coin, but that doesn't mean it lacks value or interest. In 1987, the Philadelphia Mint struck a massive number of quarters, hundreds of millions, in fact. Because of this high mintage, most 1987 no mint mark quarters entered circulation and were used in everyday commerce across the country. This means the majority of these coins today are found in well-worn condition, with signs of use, scratches, nicks, dull luster, and wear on Washington's hair, cheekbone, and the eagle's feathers on the reverse. No special varieties, major die errors, or dramatic misprints were widely reported for the 1987 no mint mark quarter. However, minor die cracks, die wear, and slight off-center strikes can occasionally be found and may add a modest premium depending on their visibility and uniqueness. It's also worth noting that this was still during the era of copper-nickel-clad coinage. The silver quarters of earlier years had long since been phased out, so the 1987 quarter consists of a core of copper sandwiched between two outer layers of nickel, giving it that familiar silvery tone. Now, let's address rarity. By sheer mintage numbers, the 1987 no mint mark quarter is not rare. Millions were made. Many still exist today, and most are found in circulated grades. However, the collector market doesn't rely on rarity alone. Condition, demand, and specific traits can elevate a coin from common to collectible. For example, an uncirculated 1987 quarter with no mint mark, one that was never used in commerce and remains in pristine condition, can be far more desirable. Collectors look for strong luster, sharp strike detail, clean fields, and minimal bag marks. The higher the grade, the higher the value. Coins that have been professionally graded and certified in high mint state, particularly MS-65 and above, are far less common than their worn-down counterparts. These coins are sought after by type collectors looking to complete a full set of Washington quarters in the best possible condition. Also, some collectors pursue raw coins, those not graded, but with exceptional eye appeal. A 1987 quarter with vibrant toning, reflective surfaces, or full strike detail may command more attention in numismatic circles, especially if it stands out from the average pocket change specimen. Circulated examples, the most common, showing moderate to heavy wear, typically hold a value of 25 cents, their face value. Even in better circulated grades, like very fine or extremely fine, these coins are usually only worth 30 cents to 50 cents unless sold in bulk or with interesting toning. Uncirculated coins in grades MS-60 to MS-63 may be worth $1 to $3, depending on their overall strike quality and luster. High-grade mint state coins, especially in MS-64, MS-65, or MS-66, can range from $5 to $20, with MS-67 examples fetching up to $50 or more from enthusiastic collectors. Exceptional pieces, including coins with unusual strike characteristics or dramatic toning, may attract offers from collectors willing to pay a premium, sometimes upwards of $75 to $100, although that's rare and heavily dependent on demand. As of 2025, the coin market remains strong, especially for certified, investment-grade pieces. Collectors continue to favor coins with clear provenance, attractive appearance, and certified condition. That said, market trends can fluctuate. Values are influenced by collector interest, auction results, and broader economic factors that affect all collectibles. Assess its condition. Is it scratched, worn, or dull? Or does it still shine like the day it was minted? Look for details in Washington's hair, the eagle's wings, and the fields behind the portrait. Check for eye appeal. While technical grade matters, so does visual impact. A beautiful coin will always attract interest, even at the same grade as a dull one. Consider professional grading. If you believe you have a mint state coin with no obvious flaws, sending it to a grading service can solidify its value and make it easier to sell or trade. Compare sales data. Check recent online listings, auctions, and coin shop prices to gauge current market trends. Store it properly. Even if it's not worth hundreds today, it might gain value over time. Keep it in a protective flip, capsule, or album to avoid damage. The 1987 no-mint mark Washington quarter may not seem remarkable at first glance, but it carries with it the legacy of American coinage, a reflection of the economy of its time, and the potential for collectible value, especially in high-grade form. It's a reminder that not every valuable coin needs to be rare. Sometimes, it just needs to be well preserved and appreciated by the right collector. So next time you receive a quarter in change, take a closer look. You never know what might be hiding in plain sight. The 2004 P. Washington Quarter Dollar. A coin that, despite being struck by the hundreds of millions, holds more secrets, surprises, and potential value than most people realize. By the end of this video, you'll understand why some of these coins are worth far more than face value, what makes them rare, how to identify the valuable varieties, and what their true market value is in the year 2025. To fully appreciate the 2004 P quarter, we need to begin with a quick overview of the Washington quarter itself. First introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington, the Washington quarter became a staple of American coinage. Originally struck in 90% silver, the composition shifted to copper-nickel clad in 1965, making it more cost-effective for mass production. The obverse of the Washington quarter features a left-facing portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. This design has seen only minor alterations over the decades, though the reverse has undergone several changes, most notably in the 1999 to 2008 State Quarters Program. In 1999, the U.S. Mint launched the 50 State Quarters Program, an initiative that would become one of the most popular coin series in American history. Over 10 years, each of the 50 states was honored with a unique reverse design, issued in the order the states ratified the Constitution or were admitted into the Union. The year 2004 marked the 6th year of this ambitious program and featured quarters honoring 5 states: Michigan, Florida, Texas, Iowa, and Wisconsin. Each coin was minted in Philadelphia and Denver, with the Philadelphia minted coins bearing the P Mint mark, which is our focus today. The Philadelphia Mint, located in the birthplace of American independence, produced hundreds of millions of these quarters. However, as we'll soon explore, not all quarters are created equal. Michigan Quarter. The Michigan Quarter features a simplified outline of the state along with the Great Lakes, emphasizing Michigan's geography and deep connection to freshwater. Its design pays homage to the state's natural beauty and vital role in America's industrial development. Florida Quarter. Florida's design is a celebration of discovery and innovation. It showcases a Spanish galleon representing early exploration, a sabal palm tree, and a space shuttle in launch position. These elements represent the state's rich history, natural landscape, and its role as the launching point for America's space ambitions. Texas Quarter. The Texas Quarter bears a lone star over an outline of the state, with a lariat encircling the design. It symbolizes Texas' independent spirit and proud heritage, echoing its days as a sovereign republic before joining the Union. Iowa quarter. Iowa's coin honors education with a depiction of a teacher and students in front of a one-room schoolhouse, echoing Grant Wood's iconic painting, Arbor Day. It reflects Iowa's foundational values and its long-standing investment in education. Wisconsin quarter. Wisconsin's design pays tribute to the state's agricultural roots with imagery of a cow, a wedge of cheese, and an ear of corn. These symbols highlight the state's contributions to dairy farming and crop production. Each design offers not just artistic flair but also a connection to the state's identity, culture, and contributions to the nation. The Philadelphia Mint struck large quantities of each 2004 state quarter. While exact numbers vary slightly by state, each design saw mintage totals well over 200 million. For example, the 2004 Texas quarter alone had over 278 million coins produced, while the 2004 Florida quarter exceeded 240 million. Given these high numbers, one might assume these coins are common and thus lack collectible value. However, as we'll explore, condition, grading, errors, and specific varieties all play significant roles in determining true worth. In numismatics, the condition of a coin is everything. Most 2004 quarters circulating today are heavily worn, reducing their collector value to face value. However, coins that have been preserved in uncirculated or mint state condition, especially those graded by professional services, can demand significant premiums. Coins are graded on a 70-point scale. Anything graded MS60 to MS63 is considered standard uncirculated, while MS64 to MS66 is regarded as choice. MS67 and above are seen as superb, with near-perfect strikes, full luster, and virtually no contact marks. In 2025, certified MS67 examples of the 2004 state quarters can sell for $25 to $60, depending on the state and demand. MS68 specimens can climb higher, reaching values over $100, particularly for states like Wisconsin and Florida, which have attracted increased collector attention due to unique errors. Here is where things get especially interesting. Some 2004 quarters are worth far more than others due to minting errors, mistakes that occurred during the coin production process. One of the most famous error varieties in 2004 involves the Wisconsin quarter. A limited number of these coins feature an extra leaf on the ear of corn, either a high leaf or low leaf variety. These are not design elements but rather die gouges or alterations made during minting. Regardless, they're highly sought after. In 2025, a 2004 Wisconsin extra leaf quarter in mint condition can sell for $200 to $800 or more, with higher graded coins fetching over $1,500. This error has become one of the most recognized and collected varieties in the entire state quarter series. Other error types, such as double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and die cracks, can also appear on 2004 quarters, though they are rarer and typically command moderate premiums depending on severity and visibility. These are the quarters you'll typically find in pocket change. In worn condition, they are generally worth their face value, 25 cents. Some lightly circulated coins may be sold for 35 to 50 cents if they exhibit minimal wear or unique toning. Uncirculated coins straight from mint rolls or bags can sell for $1 to $3 per coin. Complete rolls of 40 coins from a single state can go for $30 to $80, depending on condition and demand. Certified coins in mint state grades, MS65 examples usually fetch between $10 and $20. MS66 quarters often sell in the $25 to $40 range. MS67 and higher can command $50 to over $150, especially for scarcer examples. MS68 specimens, while rare, can exceed $200 when slabbed by a major grading service. Error coins, as noted earlier, varieties like the Wisconsin Extra Leaf High and Low can range from a few $100s in circulated condition to over $1,500 in high mint states. Search bank rolls. You can still find uncirculated 2004 quarters in bank rolls. These are great opportunities to discover high-grade coins or even rare varieties. Check for errors. Always inspect the reverse for unusual features, especially on the Wisconsin quarter. Use magnification if necessary. Consider professional grading. If you suspect your coin is in superb condition or has an error, having it professionally graded can significantly increase its market value and credibility. Store coins properly. Use coin flips, capsules, or albums to protect coins from tarnish, humidity, and scratches. Proper storage preserves value. Stay updated. Coin markets fluctuate. Join online communities, attend shows, and watch auctions to understand trends in demand and pricing. The 2004 Washington quarter dollar may appear ordinary at first glance. But as we've discovered today, these coins can carry significant value, both historical and monetary. Whether it's a high-grade example in a protective slab or a rare Wisconsin-era coin hidden in your spare change jar, the potential is real. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe the Expensive Coins History channel for more in-depth coin content. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a Washington quarter or any other coin that turned out to be worth more than expected. Until next time, happy collecting, and keep checking your change.